When a parent walks into your office angry, a prior connection with their child is the best approach. Hi, and welcome to Principal Shorts, the podcast for principals who have barely 7.5 minutes for lunch and no time to eat it before 2 p.m. I'm Stan Baker, along with co-host Shelley Steele. We're retired educators who worked in Ontario in adjacent school districts with restorative practices, and now we're still working with principals and teachers in restorative practices. And in this podcast, we focus on a principal problem of practice and then provide one or two practical strategies to make your day easier. I wrote up some things for our AI voice, Paula, to tell you about what we do.
Hi, I'm Paula. Restorative Resolutions helps principals and teachers navigate difficult conversations with parents, makes things right, and makes it all about student learning. This episode asks the question, how can principals connect with parents who walk into the office already angry?
And that's today's principal problem of practice. Let's listen to what Dr. Amy Newman, principal of Newton Elementary in Surrey, British Columbia, has to say about getting to know students on the edges as the place to start when talking with parents who are already angry.
I would say, as a parent, and you don't have to be a parent to be a good teacher or a good principal, but as a parent, probably all of us on this call can remember the handful of teachers, the one or two or three that made a huge impact on your child. And so I think that's what I want to generalize onto principling. If you connect, make an effort to see and connect in an authentic way with children that are on the edges for whatever reason, difficulty with friendships, not fitting in, and you can see that they're suffering or struggling, go to them, go directly to them. You don't have to wait for a teacher to call you and say, hey, can you come and talk with, or I'm sending so-and-so to you. Go directly toward them, get to know them. Hey, what's up? What's that you got in your pocket? Is your friend, what's your plan at lunchtime? Just whatever it is, find out who they are, what they're interested in. Do they have a pet? Do they have siblings? And get to know, make a real effort to get to know the kids who are a little bit lost and not connected. And then you connect with them. And then those are the children who are going to suffer and struggle largely in the building. And if that parent comes in angry and you're like, oh, yeah, it's Stan. I know Stan. Yeah, Stan was telling me about blah, 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 blah. They suddenly go, oh, like you, my kid? And oh, but also prior to that, the kid's gone home. I said, yeah, Miss Newman said this and she said that. And we talked at lunch. And sometimes they'll share, sometimes they won't. But I think advice from me would be making an effort to connect with any students that you feel are lost, are struggling, are on their own, isolated for whatever reason, and connect with them, because inevitably you're going to need to reach out to family, or the family will reach out to you, and you already have a relationship and they already trust you. And I think that's really important.
As a principal, you know there will be parents who come into your office already angry and upset. So here's practice number one. Get to know the names and interests of the students that you notice are on the edges at your school. Practice number two. Take the time to ask about pets, about siblings, about what they're going to be doing on lunchtime. And all of that sends a powerful message to parents who come into your office and they're upset. And it says, I see your child.
It's Paula again. Here's a good example of how knowing and caring for children builds credibility and trust with parents. Connecting with students in real, personal ways shows genuine care.
Curious about the how-to of building those connections with students and parents? Let's have a conversation. Send me an email to stan@restorative.ca. And finally, don't forget to take that 7.5 minutes for lunch.